This is a long list. This is a long list. What we did last summer. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the finally the finale of the Obscurity with me and Darkphan. We're finally going to end the series. It's been a very long series, and we have enjoyed every freaking bit of it, which is indicated by the fact that we've been setting up for this particular episode for about a month, I would say, probably 3 weeks to a month. Just kind of derping around, doing this and doing that, and delaying this particular episode as long as we possibly can. And we delayed it a lot.
But it's coming to an end.
Oh, man, did we delay it, though. That was good. And we thought that we're going to do a tour and show everything, and we figured that the best place to start is at the start. So that's where we are right now. Of course, for those who don't know, we finished the book a long time ago. So that... Don't even worry about the book. We killed the book. The book is done.
In fact,
super done.
We'll grab the book and throw it in the lava.
It's probably a good plan, actually. Hold on. Let me get my book. Where's my book? Here's my book.
Oh, here's another one.
Well, I can probably show it. I forgot about this.
Yep.
Okay, I might as well show one of them. Okay, so, oh, wait, no, I don't want to look that way. What just happened?
You left the game.
Okay. Try that again. Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay. I don't know what I did. That was weird. Okay. I always try to click the play button for the sound whenever I open up the story, and I didn't do it this time, and I almost did. Okay. Darkphan left.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's hitting escape. Well, you hit escape when you opened the book, didn't you?
I don't know.
That's
Maybe.
what I just did.
That's weird. Okay.
So, hey, check this out. If you go to the book,
What's
click here to start. Oh.
How? Why is that killing the... That doesn't even make sense. Okay. You guys saw that everything was completed except for the bottom list, and the bottom list does not exist. It is something that the pack developer was going to make but never made that particular list. So, it's done. Book is done.
We have 21 lives. I, Darkphan, have died 7 times. Packrat has died more than that.
How are you going to exit out of the book now? Ha ha! This is new. This did not exist before. I don't know why it's doing this. This is the first time the book has crashed us from the game. But it's crashed us from the game. So...
Book can go away.
Whatever. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look down and see what we've done since you guys were here last. Oh, and I threw mushrooms in here. Got some mushrooms.
We land on it. Oh, okay. Oh, the mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Yep, okay. You guys ready? Here we go. The new and improved Deep Dark. That is not so dark and probably still kind of deep. But man, have we done a lot to this. This looks completely and totally different than the way we started. So I think what we're going to start with is we're going to start with the stuff that has changed since the last time we did a recording for the people that actually have been following the series the whole time, so that they can see what it is that we've been doing. And well, I'm sure that a couple of the things are very obvious. But there's a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get out the clipboard of things that we did last summer, which is what I named it because why the frick not? Okay, we're starting with the flower thing.
That's when this episode will get out, was when the summer's over.
Yeah, that's probably right. Okay. That's actually a good point. It's you got a good point there, Dark. Okay, we start with where we ended, which was right before we started to make the flower magnifier, which is this thing over here. We need bone meal. We need bone meal to start the thing, Dark.
Oh.
Or is there any over there? Probably not.
There's a bunch in the system though.
Okay, let me go grab some. Let's grab some bones. There we go. I got bones. You can make bone meal on the fly. Just please ignore the frame rates. It's going to happen. Okay, flower magnifier. All right, over here. So this thing is actually, I had an interesting idea, and we just kind of took it and we ran with it. This is entirely about just making flowers. What it actually makes is over here. It makes some poppies, some white tulips, alliums, blue orchids, oxide daisies, and stuff like that. Now, it works a little differently. It's going to start by working in a way that you expect it to work. So let's go ahead and, here, I'm going to go ahead and throw bone meal on the ground if you want to toss it in there. How's that? So let's go like this.
See, where do we put the bone meal at? It's just in the chest?
Oh, no, it's in the cache in front. The cache in front of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, I should just go.
We're not automatic. I guess we're not automatically feeding it. That's right.
Okay, so we take the bone meal and we put it in here. And that feeds
down.
It is
feeding.
Yeah, that goes down there into... Oh, we never did finish making this thing. We were going to put like a border around this thing. Remember that? We're going to put borders around the bottom of it so it looked all nice and fancy and stuff like that. We didn't do that, Dark.
We got sidetracked, I think.
We put in a sky, we put in a sun and clouds and bone meal the entire world, and we forgot to put a border on the flower and the magnifier. Oops. Okay. But anyways,
MacGyver.
Flower magnifier. Yeah, that is its name. It's never spelled the same way twice. So this thing just takes the bone meal, sends it over here, and sends it to an autonomous activator, which you'd probably expect. And it's got the Tesseract, which is attached to Dave's Not Here Man, which is our power system, and sends it up into here, and then the flowers go somewhere, which probably looks a little bit odd right now. They're just kind of disappearing. Well, they're actually disappearing over to here. By the way, when I came up here, these things were marble. Now they're not. It keeps changing. I don't know why, but it will not maintain its status. Yeah. It just always changes. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. But as you can see, all the flowers and all the stuff is going in here and then just dropping. And then it goes back in and it drops, and goes back in and it drops. What this is... These
are... You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. This is a whole bunch of transvector dislocators, which all they do is transport one block from one spot in the world to another spot in the world. So these things are all set up to be where the grass is right now. Every single one of these is one of those blocks above the grass right now. So every single time we give it a redstone signal, it switches what's the grass for what's airspace. And since grass is not going to stick around on top of air, it thus pops it and then drops it to the ground. Now all the items then end up in here. But we're not collecting them here because as you can see, all this is a bunch of glass tubes. It just falls down. It then teleports them back into here, which is then picked up here into our ender collector and vacuum hopper. Yes, we had to have both. It was working. This was working too fast, or I should say, it's not so much that it was working too fast, it's that the items are on the ground for such a short period of time. The vacuum hopper and the ender collector could not collect all of the flowers at the same time. So we had to have both to send it to this ender chest, and then it just sorts the way it would normally sort, which is over here. And now, of course, we're getting more than just this. We're getting cotton seeds and melon seeds and regular seeds,
carrots and taters.
Yeah, that's all just going through the system and just getting trashed by this nullifier, which is fine. Evidently, this nullifier is also trashing Azure Bluets, isn't it? No. This is set to priority -1. Okay, so it's not. It's just doing its job, and that's it. That's what this thing does. We have a cache over here to hold caches, and I don't know why that's over here. I think we wrote that over here to set it up and just never took the cache back. Well, that's where I put that.
Yeah, it's just
it's just wondering. Well, I wasn't really wondering because I wasn't missing it, but I know I had to make a bunch more. Well, now I know why I had to make a bunch more. They're over here. Brilliant. Okay, so that is the flower transmogrifier. The flower magnifier. That's the thing. The flower magnifier. Work in progress on the name. So that's the first thing that we did, and that we did just so we could put flowers around the world, and you can see that we did that. We started by using the wand focus of equivalent of exchange on mushrooms, and just going around and starting to replace them. The problem with the wand of equivalent exchange is that it doesn't actually work on anything that's not connected. So while it would replace everything in a large area whenever you hit a mushroom, assuming you didn't hit a grass block and just wrecked the world, which was fun. I only did that like 5 or 6 times. Like this formation right here, it would replace these 4, but it would not replace this one over here because it's not touching these ones over here, which made it so basically it didn't work. At some point, I just decided to go through and de-mushroom the world. So that was number 2. I removed all the mushrooms. Now I actually did this like 5 or 6 steps, but I'm just going to put it there. That's like the next thing that matters that I did. All the mushrooms are removed. There were a lot of mushrooms. I think I deposited all the ones that I picked up over here. Yeah, there's 1,700 mushrooms in this box. If we ever wanted mushrooms, we should have just started digging them out of the world. We would have had about 1/10 of what we actually needed for this mod pack. Not even enough for this. Yeah, we need a lot of mushrooms in this box, but that's beside the point. And also, it was the wrong shroom. These ones are all red. We needed brown ones in the actual.
We needed the brown.
Yeah. We need some Reginald. Anyway, so the next thing that we did is remove the cursed earth because it spread again. So we had to kill it again. After that, we went ahead and we made a sun. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sun. The sun. The pyrotheum sun of spitting. Or whatever what do we call it?
Yeah.
The sun cannon?
The something projectile vomiting sun or something like that.
I think we named it something different every single time we tried to call it a name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's this thing. This is, we put this in here. This is a yellow bubble glass sun. So this is using the chisel blocks. Which has pyrotheum all the way through. Now, if you look down here, we have some examples of what we were trying to work on over here. Why is this empty? Oh, I think this was just a tester for empty. That's what we were testing to see how the sun would look. And then somebody suggested, why don't we put something in it? So we were testing pyrotheum and glowstone. And so we tested it. And this is glowstone right here. That's flowing up. And this is pyrotheum. And this is flowing down. And then when we saw it does a yin-yang shape. And I smacked myself for making something very difficult to make. Because then we'd have to do it. And we started to do it. We actually got enough glowstone, liquid glowstone, to actually fill the bottom half of the sun with glowstone and the top half with pyrotheum. And then found out that you can't do that because the glowstone turns into, the liquid glowstone turns into solid glowstone right about here. So that didn't work too good. I would be surprised if there's still some glowstone kind of sitting around here that we just kind of left. No, I don't see anymore. But we can look inside the sun right here. And as you guys can see, for those of you who know, we actually have a cache full of legendary reward bags that is constantly being fed by that one from the final reward of the game. The final reward being an infinite supply of legendary reward bags. So what it's doing right now is it's opening them constantly in this autonomous activator and then spitting it out of the sun. So that goes into this chest and then spits it out of the sun. We actually had 3 cannons going and then realized I didn't need 3 cannons because it can keep up pretty easily with 2. It's still trashing items because if every time it opens up something that has more than 7 items, the 8th item would get destroyed. And if it opens up like 2 things that have 4 items, then the next thing it opens is going to have... It's not perfect, but it's an infinite supply, so who cares?
Exactly.
Like, right now, it's just spawned 10 pyrotheum buckets. It hasn't spit them out yet. And that means we only got 7, and who cares? Because the next thing that we built, after removing the cursed earth again, yes, we did it again. The next thing we built was the cache over here. It's actually not called the cache, so you had the people name it, but I wanted to reveal that one before. We named it the Gotta Cache 'Em All. Because we did. we cached them all. Like, all. The only thing this does...
A few things.
...is take everything from those legendary reward bags, tosses them into this vacuum hopper right here, and then it gets sorted in this cache right here into a crap ton of conduits going into each one of these caches. And there's another cache.
And another cache with caches.
You're detecting a theme with that. I keep making more caches and then forgetting where I put the last bunch. Because we need a lot of caches in this packed arc, we need a real lot of caches.
Yep.
Especially recently. But yeah, okay, so it sorts everything. And you guys can actually see what comes out of the reward bags. It starts about here. Which, ironically enough, the first thing that it gave us was item conduits. Which is a good thing, because we needed them. So that works. That means we have, and these are all 10,000, you can tell the cache is designed to look like a cache. That's why it's got the same color on the sides for the lead blocks, and that's why it's just the 10,000 size caches, because, frankly, I wanted to fill it up so it would move on to the next row, because I didn't know how many things it actually did. We have 10,000 shiny helmets, 10,000 Mannyland lockers. We have 10,000 aura nodes in here. And 10,000 of a whole lot of other things. Where's the wands? I know there's 10,000 wands in here, so I think it's over here. Right
There.
I think, is that one of the ones that doesn't render? No, that's
Oh,
the
that's
etheric
it. Up there,
swords.
top row.
Top
Top row,
row?
fourth one over.
Oh, there it is. Okay. That is 10,000 Icorium adorned Icor cloth strapped silverwood wands. Each one holding.
That are charged.
Each one.
Yeah,
with,
they're already charged up.
Yeah, each one has 1,000 essence of everything. We can chuck these if we wanted to, and all we'll do is get more from a sun that's vomiting them constantly. Diamond ores, cows, glowstone, node transducers, everything that you could ever possibly need. And this is where we got the pyrotheum too, because there's multiple caches of 10,000 pyrotheum buckets in the cache. So we didn't need to make any of that. In fact, we were gonna go through and start trading for all of the glowstone, for the liquid glowstone, until we actually checked the cache. We didn't even know what's in this thing. There's no like itinerary or any, well, not itinerary. There's no itemization. We just have a giant cache of it. Until we saw that there is a cache of glowstone blocks right there. So didn't really need to trade for it. Yeah. So I don't know which one of us found that, but we found it. So that is the gotta catch them all. So that's that. The next thing that we did since the last time we were here is we finally got rid of the cursed earth because it kept spreading.
Yep.
And I mean, we really got rid of it. So for those who don't know, the thing that was causing the cursed earth spread was actually those. Well, where's that one over here? That white one. That we kind of surround with marble, so that it's like the perfect example. That's it over
this
here.
Way?
No, it wasn't
No,
this
it's
way. It's
over
like the other.
to the
It's like
north.
the opposite.
It's to the
end.
north.
It's to the north. You sure? Yeah, it is. No, that's not it. I don't know. We just gotta find a hole somewhere. They're around. For the 5 people who don't know what I'm talking about, I think it's to the east. Yeah, it's to the east. It's next to the portal out. Yeah. So every so often in the deep dark, there were pits of just nasty. And when we used the Ender Quarry replaced them all with dirt. And since we spread cursed earth, the cursed earth kind of just spread through here and made this thing impossible to remove. So, kind of impossible to remove, I should say. Not entirely impossible to remove. Where's the cache? Oh, I got to show something really quick. So we decided to get rid of it, and well, there is one really good way of getting rid of it. Let me see if I can find some here. You know which block I'm looking for, right? That block right there. I will take one of you. Okay, TNT. So if we take this up to the cursed earth, this actually surprised me. Significantly surprised me. So this is not going to go the way that you think it's going to go. So let's go ahead and put this down right here. Thank you for shooting me. Okay. Let me get a lever.
Oh no! Watch out, cursed earth. Oops.
Cursed Earth is explosive resistant. I don't know why. You cannot blow up Cursed Earth with TNT. We discovered this when we filled one of these things with a 3x3 pillar of pure TNT. And it did nothing but blow up their dirt around the Cursed Earth, making it spread faster.
Making a bigger mess. Yeah.
So we made an even bigger mess. Okay, so let's go over and take a look at the thing. We did figure out there is something that, does work. There is more than one type of TNT in this pack. So let's look at gun. I'm going to go look at gunpowder really quick. Uses of gunpowder. Let's see. Does it show it here? Does it use TNT to craft it? It must use TNT to craft it. Use.
Yes.
Yes, it does. So there's multiple types of TNT in this pack. One of them is SDX. Two types of SDX. There's the blue type and the green type. I will be honest, I don't even know what the difference is between the two. What I can tell you is they do pack a little bit more explosive power. Like a ton more explosive power. Hold on, let me turn on night vision mode. Now, this was one of those cursed earth holes. It's still a hole.
I think this is the one we started with TNT.
Yeah, I think it is.
No,
yeah,
wait. Is it? Or is this the second one?
Doesn't matter. Only one of them is really different because one of them is stupid. Well, we'll see the other one. We had to do this 3 times. This was the first one. And this one we did a 5x5 of SDX. It was beautiful and laggy as all get up, and it was a beautiful explosion. But we did it here, and then we did it over here, and this was a slightly bigger explosion. We used 2 types of SDX in this one. We did the inside with the green and the outside with the blue, I think. So it was still a 5x5, but it was still stupid huge, and it was absolutely glorious. You can see there's still a few pieces of cursed earth in the center here, just because it's funny. So we kind of just left them, and he's kind of stuck now. Well, he was stuck.
Until he dies and respawns. That's
right.
his life.
But the actual big one, where's the actual big one? We got, since we did it twice, we decided to do it a third time.
No,
over this way?
Over to the north.
We decided to do it the third time a little bit bigger. In this one, we did a 7x7 pillar. Straight up, because it was a slightly bigger hole, and it was the last one, and we decided to go stupid huge. And we did. This one was so big that I had to make an obsidian room in order to survive the blast. Because when I lit it, we didn't light it remotely. I went over, lit it, and ran. I lit it, ran over here, and waited for the lag to finish, because it was stupid laggy. It took forever for the server to catch up on this one, but
I think you had to relog, I think.
Yes, I did. I think this one hit 70,000 entities. Is that right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Something around there, yeah.
Something stupid huge like that. It's on the VOD. I don't know which one it is, but it is definitely on the VOD. And it was a beautiful explosion. But that's what happened with the cursed earth. It's no longer cursed anymore. The only thing that's cursed is too far away to actually affect anything. The only cursed earth on the map now are those like 7 or 8 little bits in the middle of the pillar. Well, it used to be a pillar, and our mob farm. So that's good. Okay, so that's that. What's the next thing on the list? The sky. Oh, and speaking of the sky, well, I'll tell you how we made it in a minute, but we made an entire sky of Lapis Calestius Cerilis. Whatever the frick that is. Which is all lit up, so these blocks produce their own light, and they look freaking awesome. We went out really far with this thing. If we look on the map here, I have 2 points from here.
Oh, you got there
to there. Yeah, from here to here. This is the area that we covered with the sky. So it's all the way out to there, and it looks so freaking cool. When you're on the ground, it basically looks like you're looking up at dusk or something like that, where it's like just rendering out a distance a little bit. And the fact that it's got the pillars of cobble coming out of it, it just looks so freaking cool. We like it. We like it a lot. And of course, we had to put some clouds in there. That was actually the last thing that we did before we started recording, actually. We decided to toss some cloud blocks on the bottom. And they really just kind of accent the whole thing really good. And plus, they cover up a few things like the glowstone disappearing into nothingness over here at the top of the sun that's just spewing crap everywhere. And I think it just kind of accents it perfectly. So, but in order to make these, let's look up lapis whatever the frick, lapis, whatever.
Whatever the frick.
Yeah.
Lapis. Calestis. Caruleus. I don't know.
Okay.
Carulean.
Yeah.
It's blue.
So in order to make this blue. We needed to use unstable ingots to actually construct the thing. So the first thing that we had to do was be able to produce a really lot of those. So we actually went to the end. We went there. I killed the dragon in a single hit. It was funny. Dark was like shooting at him and stuff like that, and I go over and smack him, and well, it's over. It was awesome. And so we actually got the upgraded division sigil from that. I think that's downstairs right now. Actually,
it's in this. Yeah, it's in that.
Yeah,
it's up here.
We made.
It's in this dropper.
It's in the dropper.
Yeah, pseudo for the auto crafting of the ingots. Unstable ingots.
For the auto crafting of the unstable ingots in the dropper. What dropper?
Up on top, up here.
Oh, that's right. We made a auto crafter thingy up here. That's right. So that's where it is right here. A pseudo inversion sigil, which if you don't know how to make one of those, it's kind of fun. You just go to the end and you do a whole like ritual thing, and then a whole bunch of crap spawns around you, and then you have to, well, kill it. And when you're done, you have a pseudo inversion sigil, which will craft stuff without having it blow up in your face. It makes unstable ingots.
Uses.
Yep. And it has infinite uses, like you said. So yeah, it's a beautiful item that we just used to craft the rest of all the stuff. But yeah, when we just auto-crafted it down there, we actually needed to make 80,000 of those, which means we needed 160,000 stone bricks in order to craft this all. That took a while. Placing it wasn't so bad because one of the things that we could make with that was the Super Builder's Wand, which is actually crafted using an Mobius unstable ingot, the one that doesn't blow up, and that makes a Super Builder's Wand instead of a regular Builder's Wand, which places 64 blocks instead of 8. So actually placing the sky didn't take that long. Well, the placing didn't take long.
It still took a while.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing that took a while was digging out the entire roof so that we could place
digging out all those. Yeah, because
Well,
everywhere one of these things are that's sticking through, we had to break the block where the blue would be.
Right, with the exception of the pillars themselves.
But it would made it easier placing. So.
Tons easier. So Dark went through and broke a bunch of those. I helped out, and then I just kind of went through with the Super Builder's Wand and placed it all, and it was really good. We actually had to, in order to do this, we made a third black hole ring, which could hold all the lapis lazuli in it, so that I didn't have to keep going down refilling every 5 minutes, because it would place a stack every time I clicked. So that's a lot. Okay, and I think. Oh, and then we bone mealed the ground, so you could see we just kind of went through and bone mealed the ground, and that just added a whole bunch of more flowers, and that was actually, I think, what?
I was gonna say that's one of our final prettying up stages of the ground.
Yeah.
was bone meal.
I really think that is actually the thing that made it look the most alive. Before this, it just looked, well, if we just go outside the area just a little bit, it looked like this. Which just still looked dead. The moment that we bone meal the ground, it actually now looks more normal. I mean, like, a lot more normal. It looks like the outside world a little bit, just because we bone mealed it. So, and I also kind of, let's see this next thing here. The Not Cactus Desert. Yep. You killed that chicken.
He deserved it.
Okay. Sure, why not? I also, we have this area where we were spawning the slime blocks before. It's now a slime desert because I felt like it. It's just a good way to spend a little bit of extra time. So this is now a not so cactusy desert. I just kind of like that little addition there. Okay, so that and the Division Sigil I already went over. Okay, and that should cover everything that we did since you guys are gone. So being the finale, now we get to go over all the stuff that we've done since the beginning. So let's go ahead and start from the very beginning, which was over in our initial wall, which is this area right here.
Yeah. Yep. These, I think these here are original, aren't they? Some of this stuff.
Yeah, all the wooden ones are. I'm pretty sure. All this. Well, I mean, like original, like before we placed anything. Yeah, I think there was a few that were. A few of the stuff that was actually placed beforehand. Yeah.
Our apples.
Yeah, our apple
that
tree
have been here since the beginning.
Yep. We don't even know why it's still there. We just kind of left it. We didn't need it for anything. Stuff up here. This was our original tool forge. I actually upgraded it at some point. I don't even remember why, but we did.
I think we got that one in a reward bag.
Probably. And the part builder. And our original food locker, which still has food in it that we don't need anymore because we just have lots of Reginald everywhere. Original cache and everything like that. This actually used to be a giant hole into the earth. This is one of them right here where we're standing. So yeah, this is where we were spawning our original trees because it was easier to pop them right here. So we would grow them here, and then just let the vacuum hopper collect all the bits. This is actually one of the things that lagged us out the most on the server too. Whenever we were growing great woods, it actually lagged out the server to the point where I couldn't play, which made absolutely no sense, but it did.
Peck broke it when he grew a tree.
Yeah, which does, yeah, that totally happened. Over here is our experience drain, which is currently connected up to our mob farm. That's where the ender tank is actually getting the experience from right now. It's very full. The only thing that's actually stopping is that there's a bedrockium drum in there somewhere that's actually collecting the essence, and that's why it hasn't filled up to the top. It's pretty full. Outside of that, there were steps that went down right here. We since filled in the steps with this elevator thing right here. Why is there an iron golem head up there?
Don't ask.
Is that the
was
one?
The original.
That's the original what?
That was the one that got knocked out of. That was the one that got knocked out of the circle of sacrifice for the sigil.
You got a head from him?
Yes.
He looks awesome there. That's perfect. He looks like he's like watching over everything in that one spot. That's beautiful. Yep. Okay, but this is a little bit out of order of things that we did. But since we're going to be going up and down it a couple times, this is our elevator to go up and down. It's actually constructed out of diamond blocks. So all these are diamonds block from the Chisel 2 mod that have been altered to look, well, not diamondy. Then you got stained glass covers, and over here we have stained glass covers again, 2 different colors, and in there is actually thermodynamic tubes filled with liquid obsidian. That just, I really think that this just makes this particular elevator shaft look really, really cool, and Dark agreed, and we just kind of went with it.
Yep.
Down here is actually, how many arcane levitators? Like 6? I don't know. There's a lot of arcane levitators like right underneath this block that make it so that we can go straight up. I actually originally had enough of them here where if we wanted to, it took us into the ceiling by removing the block there. And I mean like straight up. It was ridiculous how high this went. You can look over here. This is actually you could see the hole that's here.
Right here.
Yeah, this goes underneath everything. That's our base. That hole. That's where we started. This is one of our original mine shafts. It goes straight back that way. Back there, we actually dug out to get to the original nether portal cube, which we really took up on.
This way?
You're right. You're right. That way.
It was this way.
Yeah, you're right. It was that way. Yeah, this goes to the nether portal cube. That goes straight back that way. It's not the same anymore. It's now all dirt once you get past a certain point because of the ender quarry. Oh. Oh, I was about to say, why didn't it turn into grass? There it goes. Okay. That's my boots. They turn everything into grass. Okay, but that goes straight back to there. That was actually derpy that we dug to it instead of went over the land to it, but it was
that was back when we were using the old torches.
Yeah, when we actually had to use torches and had to use them sparingly. And I had to be really careful with them. That was a long time ago. Didn't they break them whenever they saw them too, or something like that? Or is that not this pack? I think they did. I don't even know. Well, whatever. Okay. I know one pack does it. I don't remember if this one even does, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so that is down here. The next thing we should probably show, let's look at the clipboard. The clipboard says down below. We'll show the down below area a little bit. First mob farm. Let's look at that. Okay, we can't even get there from here.
I think we have to go around the side.
Yeah,
and then there
was originally
right here.
Yeah, there's originally steps that went all the way down here. This is the remnants of the steps right here. We dug them out to place all this stuff. So,
I just got to remember how far up that farm.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
You got it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm here now, right? Okay. Yeah, this is our original mob farm. We actually got a cursed earth in a bag. I don't remember how we got it, but we got it. Well, it's going to be lit up right now because I put light everywhere. It's just cursed earth inside there with some fans, a broken blaze spawner that actually doesn't do anything.
That dynasm tablet wasn't original. We used that to level up a sword.
Mm-hmm. That's for later on. We'll show that in a little bit.
Yep.
We leveled it up here because it made a lot of sense. As this brought mobs to a spot where it could actually damage them. And we could just like walk away for overnight and let it do its thing. We can see the cursed earth spread out way too far over here. Why is it spread over there this way? Oops. We probably should have blocked that, but oh well. It doesn't really matter anymore. We don't use this thing for anything. This is our original mob farm. It actually supplied us with stuff for a long time though. So.
There's something else over here that we didn't put on the checklist.
Oh, the squid thing. Is it broken again?
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't working for a while. Then it got broken, and
Enderman kept coming in here and breaking the signs, and I guess they still do. So that's still a thing. But all this does is this goes up to about what level? Like 40. Like right where they spawn. This is level 62 right here. And squid spawn between like level 40 and 62 or something like that. So I have a water trap here just for them. And they spawned, they went down here, and they died. It was perfect. And I needed to do this just so I can start Thaumcraft. So that happened. Yeah, I remember that thing. And we had ink for the rest of the game easily because they kept, when this thing was functional, it spawned a lot of ink. Okay, let's see if we can get out of here now. There's an out somewhere. Yeah, there we go.
Well, shoot.
That's not out, is it?
No.
We gotta go down before we can go up. I'm just going down.
Yeah, just drop down. Just drop down.
It's easier. Okay. So the next thing that I think we'll look at is our main area. I think that makes sense because that's like the next area we actually spread to before. Yeah, it didn't work. Right here. There we go. This is where we originally expanded down into. There was this ladder right there that came down to this point. And how full is this drum? This is at... It's still filling up with experience.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of surprised it's not full. after all this time. That's all right. You can tell that we kind of fancied up the place a little bit. We got plutonium blocks and yellorium blocks in the ceiling. There's a lot of everything. But this was the original room. This is where we first lit up the area and set up a smeltery and just started getting all our junk done. So yeah, that was here. Here's our first actual upgraded tool forge that we got that was not a present. But let's just go ahead and look around. So this is all our original storage. These things would glitch us out over and over again. How many times do we have to leave and rejoin the game because the stone lockers decided not to join?
And it's almost every time you go in and out of the compact machine.
Yeah, we're going to have to make sure that we show that
For me,
too.
at least.
Okay, and over here is all of our storage.
That moved you a bit.
All of this is all the ores that we've been getting. We have way more than we could ever use. These are all resin reinforced caches that all have full ores. So yeah, we've got too much of everything. That's actually all running off of an ender quarry, which we'll probably show later on, so we can get like a final. I think the last thing we'll do is look at the final count of that quarry to see what the number is.
Right.
Because it's up there. That's why everything is dirt, by the way. But over here is our applied energistics area. Fancied it up real nice. We got all these servers going at all times, keeping us supplied with all our stuff.
And we did not utilize the crafting, the molecular assemblers from it.
Nope. This is all we did with applied energistics is store stuff. No auto crafting.
It's our giant chest.
We did our auto crafting was using every other mod but applied energistics. First of all, because one, it's too easy. Two, it's too annoying. As far as I'm concerned, I don't like how applied energistics went from applied energistics 1, so I'd rather just craft other ways because it was just too annoying. I know it's possible. I know you can figure it out. No, it's just too annoying. Plus, it's the way everyone else does it. If there's one thing that we did not do in this game is what everyone else does. By far.
I mean...
Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll do that when we actually go up and look around a little bit. We'll say that one again. This is our storage. It's got everything. We actually... there was the nether portals. The nether gates. That whenever you whenever you craft cobalt, you get nether gate out of it. It duplicates the gates. Because why not? And if we look in here, we actually have 64K storages because we get them from the cache from the
there you go.
super cache now. Yeah, you just made great.
There's
You're all on the ground again.
I made a stack of.
Yes, you did.
And what's funny?
Each one has a different durability.
Each one. Yep.
Because it uses one durability.
Just dirt.
Mm-hmm. There was a point where we were considering using them for to break down for the essences in them for Thaumcraft because we have so many of them. If they didn't take so long to break down, we probably would have. Yeah, that's that. We did have this. Oh, this is. Does this connect? No, that's just that. That's the one that connects up to the legendary thing. Yeah. I think that connects up to your bag. Yeah. So that's the main room area. If we look over here, that's where we had our original ender quarry way back there. It's where we're still processing all the items from the tesseract that's coming from over here. And if we look here, we have our singularity. We needed, what, 2 for the pack? We needed 2 singularities?
Did we even need 2?
I don't remember. It was not very many. We currently have 4,748 and counting. It's still crafting them.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. This is full again, isn't it?
That's basically, instead of nullifying things from the quarry, it just goes to the matter condenser.
Yeah. I don't you remember what the painting machine is. That's for the conduit facades. Okay. So that's that. I guess before we show off a lot of the area, the one thing that's worth noting that you can see here is we have this tube running through, which is being guarded by Reginald right now. Reginald! Oh, there's 2 of them! There was more than one! Reginald! How you doing, buddy? Our mascot for this map. And all my maps. This is actually running to our power system right now. What's going on over here is our quarry is getting yellowite ore, which is going into that magma crucible. Which all it does is it melts it down, turns it into liquid, so it's easy to transport. Which goes down this pipe over to our big storage, or our big power room, which is beautifully placed over here. That comes out here, goes into a casting base. There's a chicken down there, Dark. What is with the chickens?
I don't know. They got loose from the.
It did. It's gone
They
now.
got loose from that chicken thing we had above the farm.
They're all over the place. Okay, but yeah, that goes to the casting basin, which goes to the hopper, which goes to the system in here, and it just creates a whole ton of power. It creates a lot of steam actually, and the steam is actually going in back here to all of these steam dynamos. We did not make a giant. What was the original one? The turbine.
Reactor turbine.
Turbine. We did not make a turbine. We decided to go a different route and use steam dynamos because I thought it looked cooler and it's more modular and it's more interesting.
Yeah, and these are all upgraded with the transmission coils and gearbox and modulation booster.
They're about as good as they can get. And they supply quite a bit of power. We've never really ever been low. The only thing that we've ever had to do is go through and upgrade them now and again. And now that they're fully upgraded, we've never run out of power.
It's pretty much the Ender Quarry running off of it.
Yep, that's it. We have nothing else that really requires power. That being said, it's using a ton of power. We just don't have to care. Yeah, that's this over here. It's actually creating water down here where the chicken was. That's why this is down here. We have a transfer node that is upgraded like freaking crazy to supply it with enough water to keep running. Things. Okay, there we go. I still have an egg. Get rid of this egg. All right, we're good. All right, so that is mainly down here. I guess the next thing to show is the big thing in this pack is the compact machine mod, which is all over the place in this pack. Might as well go ahead and go through there real quick. We pretty much stored every
the main one.
Yeah, every single one they've given us that actually went somewhere, we've stored in here somewhere. Any that we felt like keeping at least. What is that? Cultist head. You got a cultist head, huh?
Oh yeah, I placed that. Yeah, I placed that there.
I see that. Okay, but this is our main portal area. This is where all the ones that connect up that we needed to go to. I think this is the original farm. No, that's the that guy who trades.
This was our first trader guy.
Yeah, I don't understand the use of this guy. I guess if you want emeralds. What we did get out of this is the original rose bush, so I guess that's good. Yeah, I went through and I traded with this guy to see what he gave, and there's never anything good. So, yeah, I didn't care about that guy. All right, this is our first cow, pig, and sheep farm with the chickens. Yeah, didn't really work too hard on this one because we never really needed it that much. At least we couldn't really upgrade this one that much, at least. So, yeah.
The safety ones, the spares.
Yeah, that was the spares in case we did something wrong with the other ones. They still exist. This is our original farm. Nice and tiny. You almost always take damage when I go through here because of the ender lily seeds. Worked fine for what we needed. We never really needed food out of this because Reginald supplied all the food that we'd ever need. So this is just a backup again for seeds and various storage. We did have to come in here and get some melons recently.
Yeah. Pelicans, pumpkins. Pelicans,
no, we did. Well, you needed it for pumpkins. I needed it for the melons in order to get the potions later on. So yeah.
Yeah. You had to brew potions. Which one did you go into?
The old nether one. It's empty.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
This one's water. This is the ocean one. We always go into this one on accident. This one, think this one used to have a blue slime, or the blue slime.
Yeah, this was the slime, because we left stuff in the
Island.
chest. It's
Blue slime island, yeah.
island.
Yeah, it's definitely that. We have a few extra guys here because I guess it's a better place than
This guy is the world resizing upgrade one.
Oh yeah. So if we needed to get some of those,
This was one of the. This one's one of the glowstone guys.
Yeah, in case we ever wanted to trade for that. And then the village one is the bottom right one, which we use extensively, basically to get, well, glowstone. It was the villager trades, like the one over there that Dark just showed, and this one right here, which is the easiest way of getting glowstone in this game. Which, by the way, doesn't do jack squat. So the only thing it is good for is crafting, which is great. I gotta get out of here before it drives me nuts.
And the Lux. We needed Lux.
Yeah. In order to get Lux, we needed to get the glowstone for that. So which one's this one on the bottom? This is nothing. Okay.
That was just an extra one. I don't know.
Why'd we put it there? That was dumb.
You want to do the top left one up here with the redstone conduits on it?
Evidently it had cobble in there somewhere. Why do you have cobble in there somewhere? Whatever. It's gone now. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and look at all of our power supply things. We went through a few stages of power. The first one, is the first one the one up on top?
I'm trying to remember. I think that's the Enderman one.
Well,
yeah, go to the one in the middle. The one in the middle.
Middle top?
Yeah. Should take you to the...
Okay,
yeah,
no, it was the middle side. Okay. This was our first attempt at power using culinary generators. If we look over here, this is where it actually crafted it into stuff. Using a cyclic assembler, it would craft us a bunch of stuff. This one was to make stuffed eggplant, which is a pretty good source of power in this game, I guess, for early on. It would then take the extra ones and... what would this extra one make? I think this one made... vegetable stew or something with the rest of the extra eggplants or something like that.
It was the stock, wasn't it?
Was it the stock? Yeah, maybe it was the stock.
Needed... What was it?
I don't know.
It was like...
I don't remember. But it like used up the extra eggplants that we were crafting. We got because eggplants.
Garden soup.
Garden soup.
Made
there you
garden
go.
soup.
Yeah, I think it made both stock and garden soup. It just needed to make stock to make garden soup, which we could all make using the extra eggplants.
Yep, stock with pot and eggplant.
And we got all that into this fully upgraded culinary generator, which we would toss into this hardened energy cell and then back into the world. And that all came from this farm over here, which is actually powered by those guys in there. Little Thaumcraft golems, which all they would do is go through and harvest all this stuff. And I actually went through and measured out to see how high up they could figure out where to go and how efficient they'd be and stuff like that. And we maximized the space of this farm that we could possibly have, including having lily pads of fertility that would make everything grow like frickin' crazy. And it worked great when the golems worked great, which was always temporary. Yeah.
He just sitting there. The harvester is just like...
Yeah. You can see he's not doing anything. I don't even know where the other guy is. There's another guy somewhere.
We're missing the harvesters.
No, the one down here is still here.
Picker.
He's still there.
Well, there's another guy in that far back corner. Oh, there's the purple one and the regular one. Where's the other purple one?
Don't know. He's gone.
Oh, there he is. I see.
Where?
Yep, they're both here. The other one's in the very back corner with this other guy at the top.
Oh, is he?
You can barely... Yeah,
well, what the frick is he doing?
He's blending it. He's camouflaged with the eggplants.
He is. Yeah, I see him back there with his little glasses.
He's about as smart as an eggplant right now.
Yeah. Well, all they did is they would just go ahead and harvest everything and put them in these ender chests, which would then flow into this ender chest to be converted into stuff. Yeah, you can see how well that worked.
Yep.
For some unknown reason, it would keep mixing up the garlic with the eggplants. First of all, that's one thing. Somehow eggplants got into the garlic and garlic got into the eggplants, even though it is completely cut off. This is an empty space here. And yet, somehow, they managed it. They managed to spread the seed up and down. I don't even know how that happened. But that's beside the point. The other thing that happened is it stopped growing.
Yep.
These are not growing. The garlic is still empty. It will always be empty because this will never, ever, ever grow again. For no reason at all. It just stopped.
This guy down here is looking up at where the eggplants broke up above.
No, I don't think he's looking where it's broken. He's a harvester, so he's looking at all the eggplants that he could harvest up above.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, and the eggplants, well, they grow really fast, but since everything's spread, we just had to kill the whole thing. It's just done, and then they just stopped working. I don't even know why they stopped working. They were never turned off because the server was constantly running, but they just decided at some point, you know what? Forget it. We're on strike.
And there haven't been any updates to this mod pack, so it's not like a mod updated that broke things.
Nope. The only thing that we have ever changed in this pack is we changed the names of the people who spawn. That's it. So that we can get our subs in here, the subscribers on our Twitch channels, where they'll spawn. Right. That's it. That doesn't affect Thaumcraft at all, and we didn't even do that until way late in the pack. So we don't know why they broke, but they broke. And wait, someone broke something.
So now they can just spend their eternity in here. Oh, they're breaking that far corner every time it grows.
Are they? Well, that's just dumb. Originally, I actually had the steps here completed so they can go up and down between the two, but then they were mixing the seed, so I figured that was the problem, so I split it up, and they still somehow mixed the seed. So I don't know why it happened, but it happened. So this was a bust, so we decided power attempt number 2, which was the Enderman farm right here. This is a ginormous smeltery. That's sole purpose was to spawn Endermen, kill them, get their Ender Pearls, and turn into power in these Ender generators over here. And I figured that we figured that I'm gonna say I, because this was not Dark's fault. This was my fault. I really thought this would work. Dark actually came up with a really good way of making blood go in and out of this thing at constant rates, so that it will always have a pool of blood a pool of pig iron in the bottom that will always kill the guys, and that part works spectacularly. It kills them at a great rate. This thing, the powered spawner, used so much power to spawn them that it was never viable. They always spawned with more power than they created. But it was great. This thing actually spawned. If we could keep it powered, we would get all the pearls we'd ever need. And in fact, we did. There's still 25,000 pearls in here.
Yeah, 25k, and we've used a ton.
Yeah, but it would spawn the liquid ender, and then it would flow into all these casting tables on both sides and create ender pearls. In addition to, every corner has a vacuum hopper, which would collect all the ones that drop from them dying. And then it was supposed to go into these ender generators, and it was just never enough to supply its own power. So this was a bust. We just used it later on for spawning other stuff. I think, what's it set up for right now? I don't even know what it's set up for right now. Eldritch Guardians.
Oh, yeah, because we needed the...
Oh, the eyes.
The eyes.
The Eldritch eyes. Yeah, that's what it's set up for right now. We just kept changing that out for whatever we needed to spawn on the day. So instead of power out, it's got power coming in. Completely opposite of what we wanted, but whatever, it worked. For that it worked. Okay, let me look at my sheet, because I haven't looked at this sheet in a while. Okay, down below, the power for the first mob farm, the better one. Oh, we showed the first mob farm. We didn't show the better one yet. We'll show that in a little bit, I guess. I should probably check these things off. Our first mob farm. We gotta show Reginald's glowing tower. I think that's probably a good one. Okay. Is there anything else to show down below in here? Oh, well, I guess we could show the machine room. It's very, very simple, so there's not really a whole lot to show here. We just used one.
We kind of rated it a bit.
Yeah,
we borrowed a few machines from it.
These are the two liquid ones. That was the Magma Crucible and the whatever the other one is. The Magma Crucible and the whatchamadigger. The one that actually filled stuff. Fluid Transposer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and we were using those in our experimentation room, so which we'll show later on. And all this stuff does. It's got chests that go down, and they do their stuff, and all this. This is actually a phyto grower over here, phytogenic insulator, where we got all our lily pads. We got one lily pad in the game. I don't remember how we had to fish for it or something. I don't remember how we got it, but we had to multiply it. And we had to make this thing just to multiply the stupid thing, so we can make all the lily pads of fertility. But yeah, that's how we got that. So this is our machine room. It's very, very, very simple. Okay. Dang
That
it,
should
my
be
spawn point
it
again.
for the.
Spawn point's supposed to be up here. There we go. Have you noticed that every time we spawn in here, we spawn in the air right there?
I think I've been spawning in a different spot. What is it per player then?
I don't think it is. I think it's just where you spawn. Oh, now I spawn on the wall. Whatever. It works. Okay. Okay. So I think that's... No, actually, it's not it for down here. We need to show back there. Okay, we showed the first mob spawner. We could probably show the second one now. At least how it works. We could show... Let's just show this guy really quick. We got Killer Joe that's sole purpose is to kill spiders, because at some point we needed a bunch of spider eyes. Yeah, that's that.
We needed a lot of spider eyes.
Yeah, so we had to make a specific thing just for killing spiders, and we did, and it worked, and that's basically it. It's a basic Killer Joe system. Over here, above this is a giant cursed earth area. This thing is awesome. What this does is there is thing right there. What is that tower thing called? I don't even remember what it's called. Maybe I can find it.
The corporeal attractor?
Yeah, the corporeal attractor. That's what it's called. Yeah, that is sitting on top of there on a clock. We'll show the clock later on. I love the clock. And we actually use one clock for the server. All it does is it attracts them. When the clock says let them go, it lets them go. And then down there is that sword that we had to create at the first mob farm. Right inside here. Probably look at it from right here, maybe? No, I gotta go down a little lower, I think. Yeah, right there. Magical wooden broadsword. Yeah, that's what it is. We used the trick that everyone kept. You can look at it now. I backed out. We used the trick that a lot of people showed us is that you take magical wooden whatever and you just enchant it like crazy with what is it that you give it? You need to give it not sharpness, reinforced times 10 by putting obsidian plates on it. Yeah. And that makes it so that it is completely unbreakable. It's a wooden sword, but it's unbreakable. We also have beheading 10 on it, so that whenever a subscriber drops in here, we get its head. We get a lot of heads. We get heads from every single thing that dies here. You know, obviously, because that's what it does. So, yeah. So that is our main thing. And this actually, you have one more. Yeah, there we go. And all it does is it spawns them down there. We're not getting a... How are we getting experience of this thing now? We aren't. We forgot to turn that back on. We never put the vacuum hopper back.
Yeah, you left the vacuum hopper.
There it is. Found it. Well, we can enable that pretty quickly, I guess.
It exploded. He had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it did. Okay, vacuum hopper goes right here. There we go.
Now you need... Oh, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Once it gets items, it gets items.
Yeah.
Just got to turn the top.
Tell me if I selected the top.
XP thing on it.
Is that the top?
Nope, that was the... Nope, that was the side.
Is that the top?
That was the top.
That was the top. Okay, so experience should go up there now. There. There. Now it's fixed. Done. And now I have extra crap that I don't want. Let's see if it'll take it. Will you take this stuff, please? Oh, yes, it will. Good. You can take it back again. It's not going to go anywhere, but it can have it. And take this, and this, and this, and this. Oh, yeah, and we originally had diamond spikes there to kill them. The reason there's a dirt wall back here is I was actually killing skeletons back there. So, or killing creepers with a skeleton back there to get records for the end trip. Yeah. Down here is more tunnels that go to our original ender spawner locations. There's one there. Oh, that's where the second location was, right? Yeah, location 2.
Yeah, that's the second.
Location 3 and location 4 was further back that way, way down there. This is where we got a bunch of dirt, even though we figured out later on that we didn't need it. We blew up a giant tunnel. It was awesome, using SDX. And this is our mushroom spawner, which is also pretty basic. All it does is it spawns mushrooms with an autonomous activator. No, this plants them. The autonomous activator uses bone meal on them, and then this harvests them. And again, this is using the Unbreaking 10 tool.
The magical wood, Unbreaking 10.
Yeah. The magical wooden hatchet, yeah. With an infinite durability. This is an area I have to be careful walking through here when it's running. Because if it's running, which is not anymore, we don't need it anymore. Every time my pants are on, I put up so much light, all the mushrooms popped. So that was an issue that was constantly happening. So yeah, that's that area over there. I'm just going to show this tunnel really quick because I think it looks really cool. How much dirt we blew up here. We blew up a lot of dirt. Although we blew up more dirt with that other thing, so I guess this isn't that impressive. What was funny is we did this to replace all the cursed earth that we replaced. Oh, I might as well mention... I'll mention this now for the people that are watching the finale without actually watching the rest. We actually, after the Ender Core started replacing dirt, we decided to add difficulty to the pack by putting one cursed earth upstairs and letting it spread. And it spread like crazy.
Oh yeah, it did.
That dirt was to replace all the cursed earth near the end of the game so that we could have a beautiful world again. We'll show that when we get to the spa, I think. Because I think we can get down there from that. This is one of the ways
Let's go up.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let me check things off here.
And this is the top of that mob farm we were just at.
Yeah, this is the cursed earth area, which is also now the only area that has shrooms in it. You can see that there's a giant area of slabs here. There's two reasons for this. One, to prevent the spread of the shrooms. Not really, it's just a kind of an after effect. Two is because this actually does not allow us to put lights here. One of the things that we did to get rid of the cursed earth was put lights everywhere. That would be these arcane lamps, which are all over the place. They cover almost the same amount of area as the sky. I think they go a little bit beyond the sky, actually. Unfortunately, the only place we couldn't put them was over the top of this thing, because they actually
pass through the blocks.
They actually go through the block. So if we left the lamp there, it would actually put lights in there and make the farm completely useless. So we had to, but in order to make it so that there was no light there, we had to move the lights out. And two, we needed to make sure that there was no spawnable areas outside of it. So we just replaced the area around it with slabs so that there's no chance that there's an empty light block. So it works. Okay. So that's... The better mob farm is done. The next thing I really want to show is Reginald's Tower. Reginald's glowing tower! Where is there here? At some point, we decided to start... We wanted to get cobble. The super cobble. Like, the cobble that makes all the better cobble, that, like, big cobble. So we decided we weren't going to craft it using normal means. We didn't... Like I said, we aren't using the Applied Energistics crafting system. So, but we decided to go with extra utilities auto-crafting by way of a giant tower. So, for those who don't know how this works, let's go ahead and break this bottom one so people can see it. Just got to break out this orange cobble. I might as well turn on the coins so that I can collect these automatically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Right there, okay. So the way that the auto-crafting system works for extra utilities is all you got to do is have 9 inventory spaces below a crafting table. You can have it on the bottom or on the side of it. And we used these droppers because the droppers hold less items. And if we didn't want them filling up, we wanted it to be using them. So, so that goes into this crafting table. And as long as you have a world interaction upgrade in a transfer node for extra utilities attached to the crafting table, it'll pull the items from the inventory next to the crafting table to auto-craft in the formation that it shows in the droppers. So if we change this out to be 8 cobble in a circle, then it would actually make a bunch of ovens. If we left the middle one empty, and so on and so on.
Right.
So right now it's just auto-crafting compressed cobble all the way up the system. So this is level 1.
Yep.
Let's see if I can place this cobble back. I think it's supposed to be like... Dang it. Right. There. Got it. Okay. I mean, if I had placed that wrong...
We didn't make it very easy to get back into once we
No.
placed it down.
No, I didn't. Okay, I'm actually not streaming right now. Great. So that dropped again. Doesn't matter. I'm still recording, so... But that doesn't mean I'm probably going to disconnect from the server in a minute. Awesome. Well, we're back to finish up the episode, hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to try and connect this together or do 2 episodes. There's enough content to be 2 episodes, so that's fine. We left off talking about the original tower and how this is making our auto cobble. It goes all the way up here. Now, in order to make this, we decided to add glowstone on the bottom, which is constantly flowing up, and a bunch of liquid slime that is constantly flowing down. So the reason it's called Reginald Tower is it'll constantly spawn Reginald, who will then jump down and, well, he'll be down there and get shot because we have a system down there for that.
Gets shot by this cannon.
Yeah, we have 8 octuple compressed cobble in there right now. Yeah, down here we have a cannon that's connected up to the Ender Quarry. Right down here. Okay, yeah, by jumping in control. The only thing it shoots now is Reginald's because that's the only thing that actually comes in its range. We actually have interdiction torches that just keep any Reginald that spawns within this general vicinity so that it'll kill them, and then we can get its bits in here so we can have something to eat. Because, yeah, that's like the only thing we've had anything to eat of it since the beginning of the pack is slime. Because it's awesome. It's awesome that that's all we eat. Okay.
Well, there's pizzas and stuff in that.
Yeah, we don't use them, but yeah, it's there. Okay. Let's take a look at the farm next, I guess. So the next thing is over here. This is the top of the power system, by the way. This is the reactor control area. We just built a little area on top of it for doing experimentations and stuff like that. And then we extended that back into there. I guess we could show that real quick. This is our experimentation room. Where we could go ahead and do some auto crafting and stuff like that. If we look at this room a little differently, outside of the fact that there's water back here and pipes going here and there, this is actually a whole bunch of pipes in the floor. All of the entire system down here is completely powered by a Tesla Tesseract over here that's actually sending power through the whole thing. Any machine that's touching the floor is both powered and filled with lava, evidently.
Because we forgot to tell it not to. Yeah. We forgot to tell it not to accept liquid from that Tesseract.
Yeah, so the Tesseract actually filled it with lava. It was supposed to fill it with water, and we have a system over here for that. But it used up all the water at some point, and I guess we forgot to turn the system back on, and now it's all filled with lava. So whatever. We didn't actually need it anymore, anyways. But a lot of these still have.
It's a heated floor.
Yeah, it's a heated floor.
It's a heated floor.
That's what it is. It's a lovely heated floor.
We can take our little shoes off and fuck around.
And
with our feet.
it doesn't.
Nice and
well, it would
toasty.
kind of burn us, but yeah, it's lava heated. So I would not take your shoes off. That would scald. Anyways, so yeah, we actually auto-crafted ludicrate in this room last. Outside of the lapis glacis, there's a ceiling blocks which we did over here, and a bunch of other stuff. This big monstrosity over here was essentially for crafting ludicrate blocks, which was absolutely ridiculous.
A ludicrate block.
I think we did two. Didn't we do two there? Was it only one? I don't remember.
We only made one here. The other one we handcrafted.
Yeah.
We put the ingredients in the A system.
This was actually supposed to be a faux crafting grid right here. This was to show when we made the last piece of ludicrate, it would go right in this spot right here. And that would show what we actually needed to craft to make a portal to get out of here.
Make the portal.
Yep. Yeah. So that's that. But this is our farm, which is next to it. We have two farms. We have a plant farm and we have a tree farm. The plant farm is currently working on wheat, which we needed for other stuff, so we made it a constant supply. We have a bit. We currently we were making carrots for the longest time, and I finally switched it back to wheat because the cache was not full, and that was disturbing me. It's still not full, Dark. We need more wheat. We don't have 640,000 wheat yet.
I don't think it's going to fill up before we're done.
Probably not. But you can see we have regular trees over here. One of the quests actually required a whole lot of different tree types, and we basically did them all like right here, with the exception of the silverwood. So we did those separately because they had to grow different. So that was here, and we actually have the lily pads of fertility again going down the center here, and we had a lot more of them over here too, but I think we took them out for something. I don't know. Oh, I know why.
Well, we used them for sugarcane.
Well, we put the sugarcane in here, I think. Yeah, we turned off the wood thing, and we did sugarcane here. I think the reason that we don't have enough lily pads of fertility, we actually got these from Power Farm number 1, and this is all that we had from that. Because I got sick of watching that thing not work, so I just grabbed them all from over there and brought them over here, so they can at least do something. There was actually another level that I didn't take them from yet, but yeah, I could have done that, and this would have grown a lot faster. We just honestly didn't need it to grow any faster. So, but this is actually supplying over here for what was supposed to be our way of spawning animals, which actually works pretty good, considering what this does. First of all, we have a lot of chickens. The chickens spawn eggs, because the chicken, well, it's a chicken. It makes eggs. The eggs go into this hopper. The hopper is just there to collect them, really. Oh, you're so loud. And all this stuff, well, basically this is all a convoluted system in order to make Victus essence right here, which goes into this lamp of fertility. And all we had to do was hang from these fences right here. Any animals
in a very humane way.
Very humane, yeah.
In a humane way.
Yeah, and they didn't really hang. That was just kind of like, it kept them at the center spot here. Yeah. Like we did pigs and we did cows. Really.
They touched the ground.
Yeah, they touched the ground.
They touched the ground.
They were fine. And it spawned them, and they went through here, and then we had this little sucker over here, which is still connected up to the timer. Another corporeal attractor thing that would take all the kids out, and all the kids would come out, and then they'd end up in the system here. This is iteration number, 4 of this setup. Iteration 1, 2, and 3 lagged the server out to no end. The first time we used the progressive automation way of breeding animals, and spawned so many sheep that it crashed the server. There were thousands and thousands of sheep in this one corner. We actually originally had it so that if there was a certain number of animals in here, it would trigger these tripwires here, and that would open up the door, and they could walk on through. And as long as there was enough animals in here to be able to trigger both sides at once, which means at least 2 animals, then it would allow at least 1 more animal to go out, which you would think would work pretty good. It worked a little too good, and they spawned like crazy and just filled up the entire area here with sheep. The second one was chickens.
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands. The killing of the sheep was insane. We did it again with chickens. I don't even know why the chickens happened. They just did. And it spawned so many eggs and chickens on the ground that it just killed the server again. The third time it was cows, and it didn't actually kill the server. It was just a ridiculously large amount of cows, but we needed a ridiculous large amount of cows. Now, the actual killing system for this is right here. This is the Fountain of Death, which I have written right here. The Fountain of Death. This has one purpose. All it does is it makes it so that it has another corporeal attractor down there that only gets the actually doesn't even have it doesn't have an attractor. It has the
one that repels the babies.
It has a attractor, but it's on reverse, and it makes it so the babies cannot go in here. Only adults can go in here, and it sends them in here. Thank you, Reginald. And then they die in this liquid death right here. This is actually called liquid death, which worked great as long as there were enough out here to die, which was kind of the point. If there was enough out here, they would just kind of walk on in and they would eventually get killed. Didn't seem to work that great, but we didn't put it in until the cows. So the sheep and the chicken never ended up in the system. The cows did, and it did keep them down to a certain point. And you can see Reginald's kind of spinning around here. This is our main Reginald. He's also our timer. And we'll show that in a second here. Why is there... Oh, you dropped sand here, Dark.
Yeah, that was from the ceiling. I told you there was going to be some...
Yeah, there was a little bit left over there.
Yeah. Okay. And he didn't say Reginald has Alzheimer's.
No, he doesn't have Alzheimer's, no. He is the timer.
No.
All that he is doing is spinning in a circle and deactivating this torch that's set up on signal 17. Everywhere that we needed a timer on the server, we connected up to the wireless signal of 17, and Reginald would spin around and trigger it over and over and over again.
Right. So
which
this one over here.
Yeah, this was from our original progressive automation thing that would make it so that things would spawn.
I guess that's upstairs still, the signal for the other attractor.
Yeah. Yeah, the attractor is up there. Yeah. The signals over here were actually wireless signals to listen to the tripwires upstairs.
Yep.
Yeah, and that worked out freaking great. It didn't. Okay. But yeah, so that is our timer slime. He works awesome. But the items would actually collect into the vacuum hopper, which would go down into that system over there and just collect over here. And that's how we got all the stuff that we needed for this. For some reason, there's chicken in there right now. That's supposed to be steak. Yeah, that happened. Whatever.
This game.
Yeah, we must have taken all the steak out of there and a chicken died at some point. Yeah, that happens. Okay, well, that is down here. This is, that's the power room. You can see this, that gives you an idea of where we are in connection to the area below. There's actually a hole in the power room. If we look right here, you can actually see through this one corner up to here. We needed to do that for something. That was for where the pistons were. Well, the pistons are gone now, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, this was...
There's one thing you need to show.
What?
You need to come back over here and look down.
Oh, the smiley face. Yeah, I have that on the list. This is entirely accidental. Like I said, the power room is right here. And at some point we had to we were digging this up to replace this whole thing with slabs, right? And we dug it out after the power room was created. And lo and behold, the shape of the power room, the pillars create eyes and the walls create a smiley face. That's our smiley face. And that was totally accidentally. We said, oh, we got to keep that. And instead of replacing it with slabs, we replaced it with glass, and it is awesome. Okay, The other thing I wanted to talk about over here, though, is if you guys can tell, this is all a magical forest biome. The reason is that we actually used this particular area to grow all the silverwood that we needed for this particular, for one of those quests. This is where we did that. We just grew silverwood all over here, and that's why it's all a magical forest biome. This was like our secure area for growing things. Because originally, all this was still cursed earth and cobble, and none of this was really anything we could do anything with. And that is the original area. The one other thing that we could show over here is there is, in fact, a pond. Right here. This is so that we could do fishing. We needed to do fishing because we thought that that was how we were going to get a lily pad. And in the end, that is how we got a lily pad, by fishing. It took forever to get our one lily pad. I must have spent like 2 hours fishing at some point. Me and him both were doing fishing, but I would like come offline and just go fishing every once in a while. And I eventually got it. So yeah, but there's actually a fish trap in here. That we do absolutely nothing with. This is also our main source of sugarcane for the longest of times. And we have a fancy little path here that we put in here at some point. What else can we show? Let me look at the clipboard. Okay, we showed first power farm, second attempt, the testing room. We didn't show the infusion altar. We still got to show that at some point. The fountain of dish. So we got to go back inside for that. The firm. We didn't show the quarry. We're going to show the quarry last. Shroom farm, Killer Joe, Singularity collection. We got to show the niter room. I'm gonna go offline again, Dark. Okay, continuing. Thank you so much, Time Warner. Yeah, let's go to the Wither Killer. This is just a little area that was up here.
Or maybe a cloud. If you go right at the stairs. Oh, there you got it.
Yeah, I'm good. This is where we ended up killing our withers. We had some incidents up here. But we eventually were able to do it. Did you just break the stair? We just made a little area up here.
Must have. Oh, I broke it earlier.
Okay, so this is actually a warded block area. All these blocks are actually warded, so none of these can break. So we can spawn multiple withers at once. I believe this can spawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time? 8 at a time. Why do we need this many nether stars again? I don't even remember.
We needed a lot for something.
Yeah, okay. But we better hurry before something happens again. So we're on a clock because Time Warner is going to make us on a clock. So fine, whatever. Okay, so that's the wither area. Okay, check it off the list. Wither killer. Okay, that's done. Okay, so after that, we have... let's just show the Thaum stuff really quick. There's actually a really cool area that we broke Amber up there, but that's okay.
Heading down.
Yep, heading down. Going down. There we go. This is the Thaum area. It's just a nice little basic room. It's barely got anything in it. We have an experience room over here, which was where we... what was the original intention of this room again? I think it was just
enchanting our dark armor. We were copying books to make the power.
Yeah.
Was it power 4?
Yeah, it was something like that. So that was the original point of this room. I don't even know why this enchanter is in here. I think I just got sick of using the one out there, which is... I'll just put this in here for right now. I guess it's fine. Yeah, so this was in order to get the books that we needed. So yeah, this is our nice little copying book room. Our original enchanting area, and this is kind of cool. This has the only purpose of making niter. Well, niter and elementum, but the elementum is back here in order to make niter. All it does is it uses mushrooms. Basically, it uses mushrooms in order to create tenebrae, and the tenebrae is turned into lux and vacuos, and it turns the lux into niter using all the other stuff that's in here. So it uses coal, mushrooms, cobble, and well, more coal. And that's all that it needs. And with those 3 ingredients, you have niter and elementum. So we had basically an infinite supply whenever we needed. We just turned the machine on. So that's cool. Okay, so that's good. This room was really neat to make too. It was an interesting little room. Over here we have our oven. This is one of our ovens. This is the infernal furnace room. It's lovely. That's one of the things we built a long time ago. Down here is our main node. This is a node that's got a little bit of everything on it. This was spawned by placing What?
Oh, go ahead. You're going to say what is it?
Yeah. This was actually made by filling this entire room with 64 aura nodes and letting them fight it out to see which one won. This one won. It was not like super great, but it was enough to supply us with anything that we needed for this pack. There was actually what's the one that sucks in everything? An unstable node or something?
Hungry node,
Hungry
but
node,
it almost ate me.
So we had to kill it and put the new one in its place, which we luckily were able to get. So, but this, and then you have this room over here, which is still being supplied by this node. We should probably just remove this one and put it connect up to that. But I guess there's no reason to do that ever. So, whatever. With a focal manipulator, I don't even know why I put that here. Anyways, so what this does, this breaks down crap. If let's put in some sand. All this does is it turns everything into crystals. So it goes here, it spends up here, and it creates as many crystals as you'd ever need. Then we use this for the crafting of stuff in the infusion altar and stuff like that. This thing is just full of crystallized essence that's being grabbed by this ender collector the moment that it drops from all of these essential crystallizers. I'm
not opening that up. It's double chest.
Double
chest for me.
Now it's bad for you, huh? Yeah, not a surprise.
Yep.
Okay, so but that is... Oh, and the infusion altar area is right here. Oh, we also have a osmotic enchanter right there if we ever need it.
Osmotic enchanter?
Yep. Which we had to craft in an interesting way because the only reason... Oh, we should probably explain that when we come out of here. This is the infusion altar area. It's actually set up to be stabilized by all these heads up here. You have the glass down here so you can see all the essentia that's actually coming from below, and it goes up into that point, which just looks awesome. But other than that, it's pretty much a basic infusion altar room, just made to look a little bit different. And we're on a clock, so we can't spend too long.
This compact machine was the perfect size.
Yes, it was. The osmotic enchanter, we actually had a Stramian, Bunsen, who made us a little addition to add to the game, which was to get us obsidian totems, which you cannot get in Obscurity, in order to make it so that we can have an osmotic enchanter. And the only reason I did that is because I was really stubborn about not wanting a jetpack for the longest time, and I wanted to be able to jump high. So the only way to get the ascent boost easily was the osmotic enchanter. So did that. And now I can jump stupid high. It's a little frustrating, but we're good.
And it gets annoying.
A little bit, but you get used to it. Okay.
Yep.
Sentence breaker downer. I think we just showed the infusion altar cube. That's good. Niter room is good. That leaves the sub room, which is right over here. This is where let's go ahead and open up proper. Subscriber room, where all the heads from all the subscribers that I said that we were killing are stored into one place. This is actually done automatically because it actually goes through all these pipes right here that are coming straight from that spawner area, and it sorts them all out in order. Dark did a whole setup to make sure that they flowed in a proper direction, so they went from the back to the front. It took him a long time, but it is lovely.
It does one side, crosses over, does the other side, crosses back over, does the next section.
Yeah, he went crazy with this thing.
Took a little bit of work.
But it was worth it because it was for our subs and it looks freaking awesome. So that's our sub room, and that is, I love this thing. The sub hallway is just so freaking cool. We're approaching like the 5-minute mark where I'm wondering if we're going to crash again if it's on a 15-minute cycle. So we better hurry. Hopefully it's not going to crash us again, time frickin' Warner. All right, what's the next thing? Let's go on upstairs. looking at the clipboard. This is why I have a clipboard. Oh, the spawner, the spa. Let's show the spa real quick.
Oh yeah. Yep.
We did a lot of stuff with Thaumcraft, so Thaumcraft did a lot of stuff to us. So we had to make a spa, and we went a little crazy with it. So this gets us a warp ward for a while, and we have a automatic soap creating machine over here, and a guy over here that will give us all the bath salt that we ever need. The bath salt's right here. It can go into the thing down there. Let's just go ahead and break to go down here. It's just easier. If we can break to go
that's
down
easier.
There.
Just
here.
you might hit a pipe.
Now we're good.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this thing back right here. There. Okay. This has the sole purpose of creating soap. So we have the nether wart farm, and the reed farm that's way over there somewhere. We could fly by that at some point later on. And that gets us using the B-space barrels to get the stuff over here. And those, in addition to a whole bunch of ender pearls that are coming from the main farm. Basically, it just uses all this crap to craft us a really lot of soap that we use to try and get as much of the stuff off of us, the warp wart. What is the effects again? The warp? Get as much of that off of us. Flux, yeah. Get as much off as we could. And this actually took us quite a while to build, too. So it was a lot of effort, and I like it. So that is that thing. The spa. We put a lot of effort into that sucker. Okay, so spa done. I can cross that off the list. Stuff for the soap, the elevator shaft, the lights. We went over that. Oh, we have a portal to the overworld, which is over this way. Way over here, going up here, is a portal to go out. Right here. Which we've done. We've done a little bit of stuff over here. We did a little fake episode over there. That's actually where we put down the legendary bag thing. It's right here. Creative Strongbox. And the only thing that it's doing is spawning them and sending them into this item conduit, which goes into that ender chest right here. And that's its only purpose in life. And it does a great job. And we broke something here that we probably shouldn't have broke, but that's okay. Out here, we did a couple things. Yeah, we went to the end out here. We also went to the Thaumcraft dungeon out here. That's where I broke that thing trying to get to it, but that's beside the point. Out. There we go. Okay, getting out that thing, not too easy. We should probably adjust that. We just added the clouds and stuff like that up there, so that's a new thing. Okay, portal to the outworld, the pond we showed, the smile we showed. That's it. We've shown everything, Dark. The whole list is done.
My goodness.
With the exception of one last little detail. The quarry.
Yeah. Now this was like I think we started this in October. It's now mid-June.
Mm-hmm. And
we've beaten the pack months ago.
Mm-hmm. And we've just been having fun since then, so yeah.
Right.
Okay. So that leaves us one last thing to do. Let's go check out the quarry. You know where it is. I don't even have that marked at the moment.
Is it -1,000, -1,000?
I think so.
Is what it is.
Something like that. Yeah, you have your speedy mode. That's like
you should be able to see the light paths.
I got it. I'm not too worried.
Right.
Okay. So we have quarried a lot of this world. Like, we did giant swaths of it in all directions over and over and over again. So this is just the last one that we did. It kept like finishing when we didn't want it to finish. So this is the last one. We set it to be a 5,000 by 5,000 area this time, just so we didn't have to reset it. So it's been sitting here for at least 3 months, hasn't it? Just trying to finish off this one area. So we're just kind of curious to see how many blocks it has finished so far. So here we go. This is the last time we're probably going to look at this, Dark.
Yep.
I'm just going to go ahead and get out my teleporty wandy thingy to get us back again.
Oh, yeah. Let me find mine real quick before we...
Okay. So with our last look at it, the final number is...
Oh, we did
11,499,680 blocks have been picked up by this Ender Quarry. That's 1 billion blocks have been mined
and
by this quarry.
99% of that is going into Singularity.
Yep. Most of the stuff that has already been gotten, so we don't need any of it. It's just going poof. So yeah. So that's it. We've done all the things. We did all the things a long time ago, and then we did some more. So that's it. Well, it's been a lot of fun doing this pack, Dark. I've had a lot of fun doing it with you, and I think that they had a lot of fun watching it. So, I mean, I don't know what we could do to finish this. I don't feel like blowing it up because we don't want to share it with people, but outside of that, I think that we're pretty good. Why is there mobs over here?
I think that's...
It didn't,
Do we...
Did
Well,
it spread again?
Did you say you... Did what spread again?
There's mobs over here. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, all right. Hoping that's the actual farm upstairs and not something worse than that. Okay, anyways, I'm getting distracted because I'm looking at the end of the thing right now, so I'm just distracting myself. But yeah, so we'll start up a new pack at some point in the future, I'm sure. But for now, I'm going to be moving on to some other stuff, and probably at the end of the summer, we'll come back to do something else. But that's it! I hope you guys enjoyed it, because we sure as heck did.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
Bye!
One last time.